that the world would either end in ice or in fire. Okay, so whether it will burn or the whole world will freeze. This is the idea of the whole poem. And who expresses this idea? Our poet Robert Frost. So it can end in either ways. Either it will burn or it will freeze. Both the components are compared with self-destructing human emotions. Okay, that is hatred and desire. So desire is connected to what? Fire or ice? Fire. So desire is connected to fire and hatred is connected to ice. Because if we hate someone, we become very cold. We don't feel any warmth for that person. So that is hatred is connected to ice and desire is connected to fire. The poem very artistically underpins the philosophy that we let our emotions rule us. Our emotions rule us, that is told by whom? Our poet. And if we don't control them, they will surely destroy everything around us. So, this is basically about our life and about the world also. So, if we stop hating people, everything will not destroy. If we stop desiring for lots and lots of things, everything will not destroy. We don't have to be selfish. We should not let our emotions rule ourselves. Okay, so this is the whole idea of the poem. This was just the introduction. And he also thinks fire and ice both are just as competent in the bringing the world to a catastrophic end. So both things, fire and ice, are competent to each other. दोनों ही एक like fire is also competent and ice is also competent. Both things are very what do we say that? Mm, like both have same ways and huge ways that will destroy the whole world and it will bring it to a catastrophic end. Okay, so let's see the explanation. We have how many stanzas are there? Two stanzas are there in the poem. And what is the rhyming scheme? I will give you the whole literary devices of the poem. Rhyming scheme is A, B, A, B, C, and B, C, B. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. So here desire means what? A strong feeling or a strong wish of wanting something or for something else to happen. Okay. And I hold with those who favor fire. Favor means जो support करते हैं किसी चीज को. So he stands with people who favor fire. The poet stands with the people who favor fire. And the poem expresses the profound idea that the world would either end by ice or by fire. One group is of the opinion that someday the Earth's core will get so heated up that it would lead to fire, destroying the whole Earth. Okay. On the other hand, the second group, so two groups are there, one is favoring fire and one is favoring ice. Second group says that if the temperature goes down to an extent that makes life on Earth impossible, like many of you have seen that movie Ice Age, जहाँ पे सब चीज freeze हो जाता है. So it can happen like that also, and the whole Earth will destroy. And it would have the same catastrophic effect. The poet then compares the fire and ice with destructive features of human emotions, that is desire and hatred. He says that from what he is aware about fiery desires, he would favor the ones who say it would be by fire. So he favors the people who say that earth will destroy by fire. By saying so, he brings about the idea that human beings let their emotions rule them, and consequence of unmonitored longing is chaos. So what do you mean by this? He says that human beings always let their emotions rule themselves, and it will bring a chaos in everyone's life and in the destruction of the earth. So we should not let our emotions rule ourselves. But if I had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffix. So he says that, but if it had to perish twice, अगर सब चीज को perish means to die, कुछ भी चीज खत्म हो जाना. So he's saying that if the earth has to die twice, I think I know enough of hate. So he thinks that he knows enough of hatred, which would lead to hatred means ice, which would lead to the destruction of the earth. And it destroys a human being also. If a person has hatred in his heart every time, so it will destroy that person and the people around them. To say that destruction, to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffix. So he says that destruction of the ice is also great. सिर्फ फायर ही कॉम्पिटेंट नहीं है, आइस भी कॉम्पिटेंट है उसके. तो फायर से जितना डिस्ट्रॉय होगा अर्थ और ह्यूमन बीइंग, उतने ही आइस से भी डिस्ट्रॉय होगा. इट इज ऑल्सो अ ग्रेट component for destroying the whole earth. And would suffice means it would be sufficient. आइस ही sufficient होगा अर्थ को खत्म करने के लिए. So first write the hard words. Write the meaning of desire, a strong feeling of wanting to do something or wishing for something to happen. Only four are there. You can write in your book. I'm sending it to you. Wait. Why this room is locked? See, write these things in your book. And destruction of earth. It can be destroyed by hatred or it can be destroyed by desire. Desire means fire and hatred means ice. The literary devices used by the poet that I'll be sharing in group. So you have to write it down, and I will also share the question answers of this chapter. Introduction of this poem. So this is the introduction. Write it down. Robert Frost's poem "A Fire and Ice" expresses the profound idea that the world would end in either of the two ways, either by ice or fire. Both the components are compared with self-destruction destructing human emotions, that is hatred and desire. The poem very artistically underpins the philosophy that we let our emotions rule us, and if we don't control them, they will surely destroy everything around us. Similarly, he thinks fire and ice both are just as competent in destroying the world. So both can destroy the world the same way. Write this. This is the introduction or the short summary of this poem. Answers now or later. Also, that the rhyming scheme of the B A A, and in the next stanza C D C D E. कोई लिखता भी है एग्जाम के टाइम में? अगर पूछोगे ना मैम नोट्स या कुछ भी, फिर बताएंगे तुम लोग सबको. Book also you can write from there, or else I'm sharing. Is there in your copy or book or not? There are many ideas about how the world will end. Do you think the world will end someday? Have you ever thought what would happen if the sun got so hot that it burst or grew colder and colder? This question is there, na? Answers and giving some extra questions. What? And everyone. डाउट है तो पूछ लो, मैं रुकी हूँ 5 मिनट.